Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello. Happy Monday. I am Marcy Denning, Stampin' with Marcy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Canada, and I want to welcome you to my Monday morning Facebook Live. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you all had a fabulous weekend. Please say hello when you join in. Let me know where you're watching from. Also, let me know if this is the first time that you have joined me. If you're watching me live, there's going to be a little red button up in the top corner. If there's no red button, that means that you are watching the replay, which is fine. I truly do appreciate that. And if you're watching on YouTube, then you are totally watching me on replay. Today, I want to start out by saying, hey, happy March 1st. Woo! I am so happy it is March. I just told my husband, I can't wait to pull out my patio furniture. We still have snow on the ground, but to me, March means spring is coming. And this girl was made for flip-flops, not winter boots. So I have to hold on to some restraint because it's very cold this morning. I would say March came in like a lion, as yesterday it was very mild, and actually it was foggy last night. And this morning, ooh, it is chilly and there's a strong wind. So hopefully that means March will go out like a lamb. I have one of my new shirts on. This is from Cabby. My next door neighbor sells it. It is online. Fabulous. If you want the link, let me know and I will post it below. Okay, so before I get any further, thank you so much everybody who took part in my ordering special this past weekend. And guess what? Today I was going to do it ahead, but I thought, you know what? No, I'm going to do it live with you guys. I was cleaning up my shelf, and look at this. I have 2 of these. So I am going to give away 2 of the, 1 each to 2 different people right now. So some of you have your name in twice. So what this was my ordering special for the weekend to say goodbye to Celebration. Every $50 before shipping and tax, you got your name in the draw. And some of you have your name in twice. So if I've pulled your name the first time, if your name is still in the bowl because you've gotten a couple tickets, if I pull it again, I'm just going to pull somebody else because you don't need 2 of the same stamp set. So anyhow, so let's, of course my bowl is pink. I don't have my sister Ann here to be Vanna to pull out the winning, so I'm just mixing them around a bit more. And our first winner is Melissa T. Hey Melissa, you are on here. Guess what? You just won one of these stamp sets. Woo! So I'm going to put your name in here so that I know that this one is for Melissa. And if I can slide it under there. So there we go. And our second one. Alrighty. This past weekend, Saturday, Di and I, Diana Gibbs in the United States, we had our Hey Birthday Chick class. Oh my gosh, it was so fabulous. It was so much fun. I really hope you guys want to join us for our next one, which is in April. This month we have our spring social, which is sold out. Next month, April, is the sweet ice cream. So we'll be posting. I'm just reaching over. So this is our April class to go, and it is April 24th. It's a Saturday. Oh, and Tracy H. Tracy H. You have won the other stamp set. Okay, woohoo, ladies. Thank you once again. You have no idea how much I appreciate your support. Okay, so now that we've got that out of the way, I'm going to flip you around and bring you up on my iPad so that I can see comments. Because once I flip you down, oh, I see Jeannie's watching. Hello, Jeannie, good morning. Once I flip you down, I will pull up on my iPad and we're gonna get started. So let's change the camera view and close your eyes if you get a little motion sickness as we move this around. It is a new month, so that means a new host code. So please use this month's host code when shopping my online store. All right. Tighten everything up. All right, so I have to pull all of my celebration sets off my shelf today. I hope you guys all enjoyed celebration. Got lots of free goodies. I really enjoyed the celebration this year. I will not be getting rid of my donkey set. I love that set. Oops, just a second here. All right, so group, let's pull you up. So this morning I am going to be creating with Hey Chick. These are the stamps in that we're going to be creating with. Let's see here. All right. Okay, we're good and bright. Good, good, good. Oh, I've moved my stand a bit. It's a little crooked, but that's okay. So, all right, let's just go back. Hello, Stephanie. Thank you for sharing, Jeannie. I truly do appreciate it. It's how I reach new customers. Good morning, Anne. Hello, Carol. Okay, so Hey Chick. This is available. It's an out of publication. So you can, if you haven't, this was the set that was January to March 2017. I believe it was 17 or was it 18? I'm not sure. Don't remember. This stamp set was a celebration. It was so popular, they've brought it back. So they also have the dies. So you can buy this as a bundle or separately. If you still have your Hey Chick stamp set, you can get just the Chick dies. And then we also have the Hey Birthday Chick stamp set and dies, and it's also available as a bundle. This is going to be available till the 30th of June. So the Birthday Chick was what Di and I did this weekend and was so much fun. So, Hey Chick with the dies. I'm also using the all wired up stamp set. This is just a background stamp. And then I am pulling in some of the Brights 6x6 Designer Series paper. All right, so let's move all of this out of the way to show you the card that I have. Okay, so if you took part in my the Hey Birthday Chick, you will, if you're one of my customers, you will recognize this. I put this on a belly band on Dimensionals. And I thought, oh my gosh, it is so adorable. I need to make it into a full-size card. So here is the all wired up. There's a hair stuck to me there. And then here's the two pieces of the Designer Series paper. They're a little wonky on here, just like her head. Her head is cocked to the side a little bit because she's got some serious attitude. She's a fun chick with her bright pink hair. So the dies, I used the blending brushes, and I want to show you the wood stump and the sign, I used my blending brushes. Now these are on back order right now. You can't get them, but they will be back in stock. So this one here is the one that I used the blending brush on, and it really distresses it, gives it a little bit more detail, because look at without. They're both crumb cake, but this one here on the left here has been colored with the crumb cake ink pad and the blending brush. It really adds more depth and definition to it, I think. So it, it gets right in those grooves and that, and just makes it look so cool. All right, so I'm also going to show you, here we've sponged the background. I'm going to show you how to create grass, because this stamp set does not have any grass with it. It is just our 4 chickens and then the 3 sentiments. So to create the grass, I'll show you how I did that. But first, let us pull all of this stuff in. All right, so move my blending brushes here. Okay, make sure I'm in camera view. Whoop, I've got it turned sideways. All right, so am I still in camera view? Yes. So what I'm doing, because I've already got my cardstock cut down to size, I have put little pencil lines here so that I'm sure to have it lined up properly. I'm going to take my gray granite. Now, if you don't have the Stamparatus, this would be your largest block, which I can't remember what letter that is, but it is the largest block that Stampin' Up sells. So I don't want this to be full-on inked up super dark. So what I'm going to do is, after I get ink all over the back of that, I am going to take a piece of grid paper, and I'm going to, because I can't stamp off, well I could, and then I'd have to move my cardstock. But an easier way to do that is just take a piece of grid paper, lay it over top, and then just give it a bit of a rub, just to take some of that heavy ink off. And then we're gonna just flip that over. Whoops, I let that go. Give it a press. Good morning, Tammy. All right, so I'm giving it a good press. Because I have a short sleeve shirt on, I can't bring my sleeve down like I usually do. All right. And there we have our inked up background. So we are now going to put that out of the way. All right, so move that. I have already stamped my check, and my colors are the light and dark melon mambo, the dark granny apple, oops, that's not for the feet, and the dark mango melody, and then my light gray granite. So let's start with her beak here. So is anyone else like me who cannot wait to start to set up their patio furniture? I just may end up doing it this afternoon. I have my nail appointment at lunchtime. And then, because I didn't get my walk in this morning, I will go and do a walk. And then I just may start to roll out a few things because my husband thinks I'm crazy, but you know, I can't help it. I just get to this point where I want to be outside. I love having a cup of coffee or a cup of tea outside. So I am just bringing in a little bit of the gray granite here and there. She's a white chicken, but she's got, you know, that little bit of shadowing. And Diana said this weekend that these are frizzles. So she schooled me in some things about chickens because I live in town. I've never lived on a farm, although I think that would be so cool. I think it would be awesome to have my own chickens, to get fresh eggs. And let's go up here and in there. Okay, so then I'm just going to take my color lifter and go over just the outside edge just to help move that ink just ever so slightly. And I've added a few little bits to her tail. There. Just to kind of move that so that it's not like a harsh line. All right, so now I'm going to take my, this is going to be difficult because they're so fine. These, I call it hair, but it's feathers, I know. But they're so fine on coming to a tip that it's hard to stay in the lines and get all the way. A gentle touch. Oh, and I just went outside the line there. So I'm coloring it all with the light. And then I will go back in with the dark just to add a few little bits here and there of the dark melon mambo. This here you can't do it fast because of the nature of the image. We don't want that pink everywhere. She's not a pink chicken, just her hair is pink. Oh, and I just went out a titch again. When I'm reaching, it's a little tricky. All right, so we're going to come back in with the dark and just you can do it all dark if you want, or you can totally not use pink. I mean, I'm pretty sure that there's no pink-haired chickens out there. But there would be in my world, right? Okay, there. And then I'm just going to come in with my color lifter and try to clean up a couple of those areas. Although I find that the red-based really bleed when you're trying to clean it up. Sometimes it's almost best just to leave it, but we'll see. She's still so darn cute. so we are going to bring in our little sister, as I like to call her, the mini Stampin' Cut and Boss. All right, so I'm going to take my little chick and I'm going to lay her down, and I've got my tape to make sure that it doesn't move around on me. All right. Good morning, Jane. Thank you for joining this morning. All right, so I think we are good with that. The mini cut and emboss. Oh, I just love it for this type of thing. It's so handy to have. It does not take much space up on your desk. Oh, did I just shift it? Yes, I did. Let's do it this way. I didn't tape that down very good. And I'm about to cut her feet off. That would not be good. She couldn't walk around strutting her stuff without any feet, now could she? All right, so give that a better press. All right. So there she is, all cut out. Now, we are going to do some ink blending. Let's bring this back in so you can see. So I am picking up my ink off of my ink pad. I'm going in a circular motion to load it up, getting rid of some of it on the excess piece, and I'm going to go across in a circular motion, and you're just going to keep doing that to load that cardstock up. And this is the largest of the stitched squares from the Stitched Shape dies. And then my scalloped square is the from the Stitched Squares. I love that we have the different sizes that we can layer them up, and we can have the stitching and the scallops or just the straight edges, whatever suits our fancy. So you can go as heavy or as light as you want. Good morning, Helen. How are you? All right, I think just a smidge more down here. I don't know if you can hear that, a little bit of rumbling. I think that'd be Miss Maisie upstairs running around playing. Okay, so now I'm coming in with my Granny Apple Green to do my ground. And we are going to switch it so that I don't contaminate my sponge with the pool party there. And I'm just doing the exact same thing as I did on the top. Giving it a nice dark base. that should be good. Let's see, just a smidge more right in here. We have 2 family birthdays this week. We have my nephew tomorrow, Chad, and then the 6th. What day is the 6th? Is my sister-in-law Brenda's birthday. So I've got 2 more birthday cards to get out. Okay, so that looks good to me. Now, to get my grass, if you don't have a grass stamp set, you can easily create grass like I did here. And just by taking your Stampin', either Stampin' Right marker or your Stampin' Blend, and you can use either end, and you're just going to light hand, just a couple, just a flick. You do 2s, you can do 3s. Okay, so that's the way it looks. It doesn't look like much, right? But once you put it all together, it looks really good, I think. Or, so I've done that with the, tip, the finer tip. And then this is the blunt end, as I like to call it. So you're just gonna go here and there, adding, oh, we've got a delivery, excuse the barking. So then you would just take to see how it's gonna look. So we're just adding, oh my goodness gracious. So, because we're going to put that there, and we're going to put our chick there. So let's add 1 more here. So as you're building it, you take a look and see where you might want to add some more. Easy peasy. Oh, I have to stamp my Hey check. So this is gray granite. I did the same sponge or blending brush technique. Now, if you don't have the blending brushes yet, you can, once they come in, you can order them, but you can use your, a sponge dauber or one of the big rounder Stampin' sponges. Won't be exactly the same effect, but close. And practice makes perfect. The more you do it, the more you're going to feel comfortable doing it. And then you're going to get your confidence. Just don't overthink is always what I like to say. Okay, so before we put this together, let's grab, I want her kind of poking in on the inside. So I am just going to ink this up. And she's just gonna like that bottom corner. She's just peeking in there. Nice and cute. No, Melissa, I do not have brushes for each ink pad. I have 12 brushes, and I will wash them out with Dawn, warm water and Dawn dish soap. No, I know some people will assign, this is for all my pinks, this is for all my greens. Well, in theory, I think that's fine. However, I'm a little, for me, I'd be concerned that Melon Mambo is a extremely bright, vibrant pink. Petal pink is a very, very light, subtle pink. When you get your brush wet, so like, say, let me grab. All right, so you can see how dark, excuse me, this is from the Granny Apple Green. So if I was to have my brush not cleaned out, full of the Granny Apple Green, even though they say that when you brush it off onto a scrap piece of paper, that you're going to get most of that ink off. If I was then to take it into my very light soft seafoam, even though they're both greens, this green is so light, I would be afraid that once this brush got wet from saturated with the soft seafoam ink, it would not be a true soft seafoam that I'm coloring on my cardstock, because the darker green would be reactivated, right? Because it's still there if it's not been cleaned out. That's just my fussy, worried brain thought. So I would think I'm going to keep rinsing out for certain colors, and I would, if it's a color that I use a lot, it's going to have its own dedicated brush. But for my subtle colors, because I love my subtle colors, I use them a lot. I think I would have a separate brush for those, simply to keep it from not contaminating that color, from having a truer look for my color, if that makes sense. Good morning, Debbie. Thanks for joining. I mean, I understand that your people's budgets generally, my budget doesn't allow me to have a ink or a blending brush for every single color. But it's easy enough to take it to the sink and rinse it out. And then when I do rinse it out, I'm just adjusting this. When I do rinse them out, like, because I used this weekend for our class, once it's washed out, I am going to have it dry sitting up or like this, so that the water comes out, so that the water's not sitting in here, breaking down the glue and the fibers. So as long as you have it either up so it drains out, or not sitting, something like sitting up so that it drains out, not sitting on the surface like that. You wouldn't want that, because that's going to, you know, cause the pressure and kind of smoosh that down a bit, I would think. If that makes sense. All right, so before we put that on, we are going to put this on. So I wanted to do it so kind of wonky, like I said, because her head is to the side, because she's kind of got a little bit of attitude. So we're going over to the left side, and I'm looking at this corner here and this corner down here, so that it's kind of sort of the same distance. And these are 2 inches by 4 inches. You can check my blog after my video, about 40-ish minutes, to see all of the measurements as well as the product links. All right, so we're going to now move this, and let's build this. So see how much darker and that it looks? It just, I think, adds so much more than just that light. It really, to me, makes a difference just by taking the exact same cardstock and adding a bit of color to it. So we're going to put, these are glued down straight. So, and I didn't want my sign to be the same. I chose the gray granite because I didn't want my sign to be the exact same color as the stump. And when wood gets really old and worn and weathered, it kind of goes that grayish tone, don't you think? So all I'm doing is now, because I've just put this down, I can now lift that up slightly and stick my sign there. And I only put my glue right here. And then my funky girl, she is going to be popped up on dimensionals. And you know I like my dimensionals, so we are going to add quite a few of these little minis so that we have nothing sagging. And then I'm going to, oops, I put my scissors away and I need them. Where's my little snips here? Okay, so I'm going to take and I'm going to snip up for her legs. All right, and feet there and there. Now, because I have don't have an extra layer on the inside, I'm going to reach and grab my watercolor pencils and just give the inside chick that she's poking in, I'm going to give her a little bit of color. All right. So see how just those little flicks with the your marker just takes it from just plain green to an actual little bit of a grass look. And you don't have to worry about it being all beautiful or anything like that. It's just breaking up, adding a bit more interest to that image area. All right, almost. Whoops. Come on. And one more. Okay, so we don't need that anymore. So then she's just gonna sit. There's a lot going on with this card, but oh, it's so fun. Is that kind of centered? Let's see here. Before I, yep, that looks good, I think. Maybe just there. Okay, so I have Melon Mambo, and I don't have a mango, but I do have daffodil. So she's gonna get a bit of a daffodil beak, just so that she has a little bit of color in here. And I'm not gonna use a aqua painter or water brush, whatever they're called now, or a blending. I'm going to leave her colored hair just as it is, and just going lightly, not pressing too awful hard, but just so that she's got a bit of fun color to her. And then we we can go in and just a couple areas here. Just go a smidge heavier to add. There, isn't she so cute on the inside? So cute. So there we have today's card. Thank you. Yeah, the log really does stand out when you add that color to it. It just really makes it pop. And when the die itself actually embosses into it, why not do everything you can to like really emphasize those grooves? So let's flip you back around here so I can say goodbye. Look at that, it's almost 11 o'clock. Again, I am long today, but you know it. I had some techniques to show you. Come on, stay straight. So it wasn't going to be a quick card because of the coloring in that, but I really wanted to show you how easy it is to take your card just up to the next level by adding some ink blending. So yeah, so this is my original with the deeper color of the Granny Apple Green, and then this is today's. So super, super cute. So, and congratulations once again to my winners. Yay, it's so awesome winning something for free. Yeah, so thank you again so much for joining me today. I truly do appreciate it. I hope that your Monday is off to a fabulous start. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you on Wednesday evening at 6:30. All right, bye guys.